replacing those, but I think we have the kids that can step in. Filling shoes is a usual question. We've got guys that will fit into the shoes. As far as filling them, I'm sure they'll definitely work on it this year.
Offensively, what should we expect from Coudersport?
About the same. No, I mean, we lost Stevie Kelly. Again, same thing. We'll get somebody that fits in the shoes of a running back and maybe spreading the ball around a little bit more. I mean, it depends. We'll just see who steps up. And for the first few games, if we get that feature back that kind of steps up and runs like Stevie did, then obviously we'll hop on that horse. But no, I mean, a lot of the same stuff. Running. Hayden's coming along on the passing side, so we can always pass more. So, but we'll see what happens.
Defensively, that was really the key to you guys kind of going on that quote-unquote revenge tour that you went on last year. Defensively, you guys really stepped it up a year ago, late in the season. How do you continue the momentum that you built up defensively?
Well, I mean, the big thing is the guys know what it takes to do what we did last year, and that's kind of what last year was all about. Was these guys, making that revenge tour and making it happen. If you actually look at our defense is actually a lot of the same kids. So that's a good thing that we're really leaning on, I guess you'd say, is that we got pretty much all the defense back.
Travis and Cale, I'm going to ask you guys both the same question. Travis, you're going to kind of be on the spot because I'm going to ask you first, and it's going to give Cale a couple seconds to think about his answer. But what would somebody be surprised to find out about Coudersport football?
The heart we had last year. We went through a couple rough spots there early in the year. Lost a couple games we shouldn't have, and we came together as individuals and as a team mainly. And we just got everything together and started playing together, and it took off from there.
Yeah, I think they'd be surprised at how hard we work. I just feel like we go above and beyond, and we do really, we really tear it up when it comes to working hard.
Cale, Coach talked about having to replace 3 offensive linemen. What's going to be the key to the offensive line gelling this year?
Just a lot of work, a lot of reps together, understanding how we're blocking certain plays, what different calls are, things like that.
Cale, obviously losing Stephen Kelly is a big loss, but what is it going to be? Is it going to be Hayden doing a little bit more with his legs? Is it going to be you stepping in to do some stuff? Is it going to be more of a committee approach? How do you think that's going to play out at the end of the year?
It's definitely going to be a group effort. I mean, we're going to have several guys that are going to run the ball and pick up the slack for what Stevie did, get our line together, doing what they need to do.
What do you think the key is for you guys defensively?
Like he said, we have a lot of the guys back, and last year we were strong on the defensive side of the ball, and I think that just go out there and do what we did last year and take one day at a time.
Tom, in places, and it's like this in a lot of District 9, but in places like Coudersport, football in the school itself kind of becomes the gathering place for everybody in the community. How excited were you guys to be able to bring a championship back to Coudersport last year?
It was quite exciting. I mean, for the guys themselves, again, we did have some heartbreakers there, especially the final game of the season. But for the guys to be able to come back and show what they can do and do what they did for themselves is a big part of it, that community thing. But it's been a long time since we'd had a district title, and for the community and everything like that, I think it was really good for them as well. It was nice to bring it back and kind of put Coudersport back up there again. So and hopefully, again, these guys know what they need to do, and so hopefully this year they can roll and be in the same position to hopefully make it happen again, as long as you don't
pick
against us.
Well, maybe that was the key to your success, is me picking against you guys the whole time. Gave you guys a little bit of, I like to say all the time, people, if I picked against your team, it's not a personal thing. It's like somebody's got to win the game, somebody's got to lose the game, and sometimes I've got to pick because I'm so far behind in the picks that I've got to try to pick an upset here or there just to get back into it. But you guys can always use me as motivation. That would never bother me. So
there we go. I appreciate that.
So no problem, Tom and guys. And thanks for joining us here on another edition of the D9Sports.com football preseason show. Once again, brought to you by Lezard Lumber. Check out Lezard Lumber at www.lezardlumber.com.